This is a territorial war between yellow ants and black ants. Just one wrong step, one brief moment of lost caution, one single glance, and war will break out. Two worlds exist side by side, yet remain almost completely separate. The world above is the territory of the yellow ants, where they constantly patrol the tree and keep control of their area. The world below is the living space of the black ants, moving quietly beneath the small stones. They are only a very short distance apart, but each side lives by its own order and its own rhythm. But when both sides begin closing in on the border, peace is coming to an end and war is beginning. A real war is about to happen, and if they want to survive, they will have to build an army. The real spark was ignited when a lost black ant was dragged straight into the nest by the enemy yellow ants. The black ant was being pulled deeper and deeper into the enemy's territory with no way out. That scene was enough to completely shatter the calm that had existed before. Because this was no longer just an accidental encounter, but a clear sign showing the tension between the two colonies. The yellow ants were no longer active only on the higher branches. But gradually lowered their range of movement closer to the tree trunk. On the other side, the black ants also no longer stayed entirely within their territory on the ground, but step by step began moving into the border zone. The empty space that had once separated the two sides was slowly shrinking. Every small advance, every time one side appeared closer to the other, made direct contact harder and harder to avoid. And then, the enemy arrived. The war does not erupt with an all-out assault. It begins with a very small, face-to-face encounter, so brief that it almost seems insignificant. But in nature, just a single second of recognizing the presence of an outsider is enough to turn caution into conflict. And from that moment on, everything begins to slip out of control. In the opening moments, the yellow ants quickly gain the advantage. They move more flexibly, close in faster, and keep pressing the enemy with short but decisive attacks. That speed allows the yellow ants to control the rhythm of the entire battle. The black ants are forced to fall back, resisting while trying to hold their formation under growing pressure. With the pressure mounting, do the black ants still have a chance to turn the tide, or are they truly about to be defeated? Even under pressure, the black ants do not break apart. They cling tightly to the area near the nest entrance, hold their formation, and build a solid defensive line against the enemy's constant pressure. Instead of rushing into a counterattack, the black ants choose to hold their ground, slowly but firmly, as if absorbing each wave of attacks coming down on them. And this is the moment when the balance of the battle begins to change. After continuous fighting, the losses begin to show more clearly. Dead ants appear on dry leaves and beneath the ground. This is a truly fierce battle in the insect world. Even as losses appear, the black ants do not give up. They cling tightly to the ground near the nest entrance, hold their formation, and keep pressing against the yellow ants. But at the same time, the weakness of the yellow ant colony is beginning to show. And from this point on, the balance of the battle begins to shift. The yellow ants begin to lose momentum. Step by step, they are pushed back. They no longer show the same aggression they had at the beginning, and one by one, they start greedily carrying spoils of war back to the nest. Look at the black ants. They continue to hold their formation and keep tightening control around the area near the nest entrance. In the end, the black ants manage to hold on to their entire territory. The retreat of the yellow ants does not mean everything is over, and today's victory does not mean peace tomorrow. For now, the war has quieted down. The yellow ants return to the space in the tree, while the black ants go back to the ground around the base, as if each side is returning to its familiar world. But this is not the end. But the enemy's presence is still there. It has only slipped back into silence, waiting for another encounter to ignite once again.